everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is your host Majestic speaking with another episode of Mechwarrior Online here, and today is the final episode of Mechwarrior Online before the new skill tree comes out later on this afternoon. So it definitely is bittersweet, so I figured I wanted to make this episode very, very special and take out Lord Wub II. So as you guys can see, we have 3 SRM6s with Artemis and 3 medium pulse lasers for Lord Wub II, as opposed to his predecessor, Lord Wub I and original. So as you can see, we're playing on Tourmaline Desert here, a little bit into the match at this point. I believe they had a disconnect on their side, and one of our lights got him, and that's what you're seeing all the banter on the side is for. So, yeah, I was just mentioning to everyone, I love the Mechwarrior Online community, because everyone is pretty bitter, they get salty and stuff like that. It's pretty funny. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to group up an Echo 6 with our friendly right here, the Shadowhawk 2H, and he's getting pummeled by a couple guys in the distance there. And there's a Marauder 2C off in the distance a little bit, just tagged him a little bit with the lasers, making him back up. We have a Zeus there right in front of us, got a little bit of splash damage down on him, and we don't have a lot of armor in our arms, and I'll go through that once we go into the mech lab. But for now, just know that we don't have a lot of armor there because all of our weapon hard points are in the torsos, as you can see. So I can't even hit that UAV above me, and that's the reason why I'm not advancing any farther forward. I don't want to give away a lot of targeting information on myself, and it's also still pretty early on in the match, so no need to get too aggressive. We don't have a lot of our team with us right now. As you can see, they are forming a bit of a concave around us in the Fox 7, Echo 7, Delta 7 areas. Now we have this Kodiak right in front of us. We did core out his center torso, and he wasn't able to get any shots down on us. He is retreating backwards. Our friendly right there, that Shadowhawk, got way too aggressive. They're going to go for that Kodiak right in the center torso, and he goes down, so that's a huge kill for us. It's 3-2, and they are pushing around that corner a little bit, so we're just going to make a little bit of a retreat here and just get back to where a majority of our team is. Now, right in front of us, we have this Grasshopper who's focusing up on that Cyclops, and he's off in the distance. He is the only target at this point, so we did get a couple shots down at him. Delta is actually moving across now, gonna get a couple sprays there. He is accompanied by a Jenner and a Jaeger mech, so we're not gonna make too big of an advance. We want to watch out for our right torso. It is getting a little amber at this point, so we have to focus on both of our flanks. We're going for that Phoenix Hawk, but they are accompanied by an assault mech as well, so we have to watch both sides. I put down that airstrike as more of a distraction than anything. Now, a couple mechs are going off in the distance. That Cyclops is trying to get away, going back towards a couple of his friendlies over there. This Jaeger mech right in front of us, though, is going to focus up on us. He is accompanied by a Zeus and that Phoenix Hawk off in the distance, but we're going to make another retreat backwards. It's still only 3-3 at this point, so dead even, approaching the 10-minute mark. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to seal off our flank. So I'm going to head over towards that Fox 6 quadrant here and see what's around the corner and just give him hell. Here he is, the Dragon right in front of us. He's getting targeted by a majority of our team. Very tanky mech. He's trying to retreat. We're going to put a couple more salvos. Going to probably overheat, but we did land that kill, so a huge kill. Did secure the flank on this side, and it's 7-3 at this point. So as you can see, looking down on the mini-map, our team was able to hold their ground, and they do have a bit of a concave formation going here, firing in on the final opponents that we do have on the other side. They did get a couple quick kills there, so it is 7-5 at this point. This Archer looks like he's about to pop. There he goes, and I'm going to actually swing around the side after I help out the rest of the team on this Phoenix Hawk and this Marauder 2C. We're going to get in the backside of the Marauder 2C, hopefully take him out very quickly, and there he goes. My teammate is able to take him out. Now swinging back into that Echo 6, Fox 6 quadrant. We're going to see what's left over here. It's 10-8 at this point. This Jaeger mech's right in front of us, has no idea we're right behind him. Big salvo into the back left side of that mech, and he goes face plant into the dirt. Now the last opponent is right in front of us, this Summoner Loyalty variant right here. It looks like he's trying to get some shots down, focusing up probably on me if I had to guess. Yeah, he took off my right arm, doesn't even phase me or anything. He might even overheat here. Yes, that's exactly what happened. I saw his targeting information, and all of his components were just flashing all over the place. So that's going to do it for the round. Our final kill was actually a suicide on their side, but let's check out the stats. 3 kills, 7 assists, 810 damage with 8 components destroyed, 3 times, doing the most damage, and we did top the leaderboard. So a fantastic first round of gameplay in Lord Wub II. Great teamwork overall, definitely had each other's backs, amplifying that damage, getting those kills very, very quickly. But let's head back into the Mech Lab now, go through the rest of the overview on this mech, the custom build, modules, and everything else you guys need to know. Here we go. Alrighty guys, welcome back to the Mech Lab, where we're going to go through the details of the build on Lord Wub II. So we already have Lord Wub out there on the battlefield. You guys know exactly what that build entails, 3 large pulse lasers. But this one, Lord Wub II, is actually my more favorited kind of build to use on the battlefield. And it mixes the high-mounted energy and high-mounted missile hardpoints that the Shadowhawk 2K has to offer us. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go through the details of the build. You already saw in the first round how this mech performs, what everything is, where it's placed, but we're just to go through all the details so that you guys know exactly what you're getting into, just in case you decide to build it out for yourselves. First, we take a look at the overviews of the hardpoints. We have 0 ballistic, 3 energy, 3 missile, 1 AMS, and 0 ECM. So a healthy balance between those energy and missile hardpoints. As for the quirk summary, again, this is probably the last video before the new skill tree comes out, so we do still have a quirk summary that we can go through here. And I want to give you guys the details of what it has right now, just in case you do want to actually fill out the skill tree and maybe match exactly what we're doing there. So as for the quirks, base structure on the center torso, left torso, left leg, and right leg. So pretty much everywhere except the arms. All the places that we need those structure buffs is where we're getting them. Now, again, as you know from Lord Wub, the first one, we have energy cooldown 5%, energy heat generation bonus of 5%, missile velocity and missile cooldown bonuses of 10%, and inner sphere PPC velocity bonus of 20%. Now, you know that my loadout doesn't incorporate anything to do with PPCs. We're going pretty much short to mid-range with this build, as opposed to Lord Wub I, which was all large pulse, which is more mid to long range. And how these stack up. So we have an XL295 on there, which allows it to go 93.4 kph. The 3 SRM6s stack right on top of each other. They are right next to the cockpit, including 1 high mount on that shoulder there. And then the 3 medium pulses are taking place right here next to the cockpit on the left torso. Again, all kinds of focus fire. So really, it's just the torsos that we have to worry about. If we lose a torso, we're dead anyway. So we know that we could place an XL engine in there. And even if we do lose, part of our armament on a torso or something like that, maybe it gets critted out and we're still in the game, at least we still have the other torso that can still put out some substantial firepower. As for the overview on the mech stats here, 55 out of 55 tons, 76 out of 78 slots, 320 out of 370 armor. So where we took the armor off were the arms. They aren't doing anything for us in regards to hard points or anything like that. They don't get a structure bonus or anything. So I took 24 hard points out of each arm, and they are pretty much just serving as like mini shields. In other words, with only 12 armor hard points on there, they're not gonna really last a full alpha from an assault mech or anything like that, but they will absorb the blow before actually reaching the critical components, which incorporate these, which are these 2 torsos. So just keep that in mind. That's how I wanted to build it, taking off the armor hard points there, and 2 armor hard points out of the head. So we have 24, 24, and 2, so that sums up to 50 armor that we took off on this. Now, as for the heat management ratio, by taking off that armor, we were able to get another double heatsink in there. So we only have 2 slots left over on this mech, and we can't fit, anything else unless we wanted to go with, I don't know, maybe jump jets or something like that, another jump jet or so. But what I wanted to focus on more was the fact that we can't fill any other slots that we would want to place anything in. And you can't place jump jets in the arms. So with that being said, we have a 1.32 heat management ratio, 13 double heat sinks, 10 in the engine, 1 on top of the engine, and then 2 that stack up perfectly underneath the left torso. So we really fit and compacted as much as we possibly could in these critical components on this Shadowhawk. The SRM6s, they take up 3 slots each, stacked on an XL engine. The 3 medium pulses in the left torso stack on top of 2 double heat sinks. And then the rest, you know, we have, what's it called? Ammo. So we have 5 tons of ammo, as you guys can see, with 2 jump jets in that center torso. So we actually are able to scoot around the battlefield pretty well. We're able to hop over obstacles so they don't get in our way. And this is pretty much the reason why I like this mech. It's heat efficient. It has a pretty substantial alpha, pretty fast. So again, those 3 components that I'm always looking for: durability, speed, and firepower. This mech does check off in each of those categories for what it is. So, you know, take this all with a grain of salt. Obviously, you guys can customize them once not only the skill tree comes out, but when the new tech comes out and everything like that. This mech is going to be even more of a monster. 56.7 is our alpha with the firepower spectrum there. It is a mastered mech, so with that XL295, we're boasting a 93.4 kph speed here, along with 19.1 as our jump distance spectrum, or rather our rating there. So just keep all this stuff in mind in case you want to build this out for yourselves. I've seen a couple different ways in which you can vary this mech. You could put small pulse lasers up here, make it more heat efficient, and then put a bigger engine in there. You know, that's another one that I'm kind of messing around with in case I really want to go short range. But I'm cycling between our missile and energy hardpoints, and I think that's the main thing to take away from here. Is along with 5 tons of ammo, pretty substantial. You're filling out everything. You have jump jet capability. And that's the name of the game here. So a great mech overall. Really had a blast with this one. I really prefer this kind of build in taking out this kind of Shadowhawk as opposed to the first Lord Wub, which is a little more mid to longer range. But, you know, it's all a matter of personal preference. I love the original Lord Wub and everything. It's a lot of fun to mess around with. 3 large pulses is a great kind of build. But this is what I'm running with here. As for the consumables, we got the 9x9 and improved airstrike. As for the the mech and weapon modules, I guess I took them off for now to put them on a different mech, but this is what I was running. I had the advanced seismic sensor and radar deprivation, and then, as you guys can imagine, I had the medium pulse laser cooldown and the SRM6 cooldown on there. So these mechs, this mech and the loadout that it has, cools down very, very fast. You will have to cycle through and chain fire your weapons eventually because, you know, you can't do a bunch of alpha strikes with it and have, like, the medium pulses and the SRM6s going off without inducing a heat penalty on yourself. So just take that into consideration. But when you are in a tough spot and you do want to, you know, you can unload, you know, some alpha strikes and stuff in the beginning. You can probably cycle through, I think, like 3 or maybe 4 times before it really starts to get near that heat threshold. So just take that into consideration before you actually build it and take it out on the battlefield. Obviously, there are so many different ways in which you can mess around with this mech, but it's just so awesome to have these very, very high mounted hard points because they are essentially make it so that if you can see your target, you can shoot it. And again, that's a huge thing, especially when you're on maps where there are a lot of obstacles. You don't have to worry about low-mounted weapons or anything like that. So that's what you have to work with. But that's going to do it for the overview on Lord Wub II. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did like the build and everything, or you mess around with it in any other capacity, please feel free to let me know. Put a Smurfy link in the comment section in case you want to share it with the rest of the community. But for now, it's time to hit the battlefield again with the medieval build on the Shadowhawk 2K Lord Wub II. Here we go.
Yep. We are majestic, so everything's okay.
All systems nominal.
You got me too. I'm a skilled Banshee pilot.
Oh, but we do have a disconnect rate.
Oh, it's just a Griffin.
All right, then. If you're not capping, ball up. Let's get together.
Let's get together, Echo 5. Wait for the assaults, don't push. Guys in Fox 6, do you see anything?
Target acquired.
Lots of Mech G6, G5-ish. 4 or 5 maybe. Didn't see the Charlie lens yet.
Yeah, they're going down the hotel line.
They've taken Epsilon. Kappa is under enemy control.
Gonna check out what's over in Kappa.
Advanced range says you got an Evan Jaguar back there.
Yeah, there's an Ebb and Jag and there's an assault coming in through. Call 4.
New target acquired.
Push into that Marauder. Let's take Kappa back.
We've captured resource point Sigma.
Airstrike.
There's 2 more back there with them, heavies.
Yeah, we need to push this
The Charlie lens is going to Peter.
We have a Gatler out in H5. That's
We need to push this hard, guys, if we're gonna take advantage here. Following on the Atlas.
The enemy is at 25%.
New target acquired.
I could use some help over here in F4.
I'm coming, I'm helping.
Acquired.
I'm coming.
On the way.
New target
Enemy forces at Sigma.
critical. Target destroyed.
Nice work,
Thank you,
fellas.
guys.
Echo 6.
Could someone cap Kappa?
I got Kappa.
Target
Thank you.
acquired. New target
Take it.
acquired.
Go
Focus
take out
hotel.
Hotel, Spirit Bear.
Their center torsos are obviously placed to hit.
Target destroyed.
Good job.
New target acquired. Heat level
Focus up on the hill right over here. Echo 6, Fox 6.
Thank you, whoever's capping Kappa.
Hostiles have collected 50% of their resources. Capture resource points from them to stop the bleeding.
target destroyed.
We've already gained a quarter of the resources. Keep it up.
Critical. Target acquired. Lord Wub critical. Heat level critical. Target destroyed.
Nice work, fellas. Clean them up.
New target acquired. Major torso critical damage.
Focus Juliet.
SRM at 25%.
Need some help on Juliet.
Target destroyed.
Nice work. Have one left. Anyone have eyes?
I'm headed to Epsilon.
I'll come with you to Epsilon.
On my way to Sigma.
At 25%.
Anyone going for Gamma?
Yeah, somebody go for Gamma, but somebody has to stick at Theta to make sure they don't recap that one.
We can stay at Theta. Nice push, fellas. Haven, you alright over there? Yeah, I'm just thinking, if it's a light, he's gonna swarm you by himself, so.
Is that Gamma? Hunchback.
Target acquired.
Almost there. One final push.
Target destroyed.
We've gathered enough resources. This triumph will provide us huge tactical benefits.
That was close. We did it. Good job, guys.
Nice work, fellas. Alrighty guys, here we go. Third and final round of gameplay is going to take place on Forest Colony. So a very, very interesting map for our last round of gameplay here. I hope you guys enjoyed the drop call and the pug comms from the last round. But for our final round of gameplay, I wanted to end on an absolutely epic note here. So I saved the best round for last. Lord Wub II is going to go on a rampage in just a minute here. And right now, as you can see, we're just staying very, very patient here at the corner of Hotel 6. We don't want to make too big of a push yet. We're at 0-0, 13 minutes still left on the clock, so very early on in the round. We see our friend the Hellbringer right here. He's pushing up just a little bit, trying to get a little bit of intel around the corner there, and nothing really in sight. So that gives us the opportunity to push up a little bit more behind the rock of Hotel 7. And that's where we're going to stick for a little bit, just to see if there's anything that comes and tries to get on our flanks here. Just use this rock to our advantage. We are getting a little bit of targeting information. Our team and their team looks like they might be split up just a bit, because we do have a couple bogeys on the mini-map. And right in front of us, you can see we have a light over there, looks like a locust, and he is accompanied by an ice ferret. So there's an ice ferret and a locust over there. Not seeing much else otherwise, though. So we're just going to stay patient, stick around over here, maybe push these guys back a little bit. Now, on my mini-map, I see a lot of seismic coming around the corner. This Marauder 2C is extremely aggressive, going balls to the walls here, trying to take out me and my friendly here, but we're focusing up on this guy. We are pushing him back, but I do need to cool down just a little bit, maybe put a couple more salvos of SRM ammo and medium pulse laser fire, and he is in full retreat at this point, maybe trying to swing around behind us. Now, I do see where you're going, sir, and yes, I'm going to head that way as well. We do have a Battle Master on this side, so he's going to secure that side of our flank, and I'm going to help out this Hellbringer in case that Marauder 2C does decide to push this side, and he's right in front of us, so he made a huge aggressive move here on the other side of the rock here. This guy just will not give up, and I'm going to make sure he does pay the consequence for that, putting a bunch of salvos into that center torso. One more shot and he finally goes down. We did take some damage from these guys. It's 2 zip at this point, but a very, very big kill for our team there in taking down that Marauder 2C. And I'm going to stick on this side of the rock with that Hellbringer and one of our other friendlies. Our Battle Master seems to have that side of the rock covered, so I'm just going to stick to my guns here, try and help out on this other Marauder 2C who seems to be in full retreat as well. Out of range from our SRM6s, so just using the medium pulse at this point. We do have a crab that's focusing up on our team as well that did accompany him, so just checking one more time. This Battle Master still holding down the ranks on this side as well, getting down some good shots with those large pulse lasers. So I'm again going to stick back, help out this Vindicator. We have an assault mech over there, and just peering under the archway here, we have that crab that's right in front of us. He did get a shot down on our left torso. That does make it crit, along with our left arm as well. Just trading shots there, matrixing out of the way of that PPC fire, and again, just retaining as much focus as we can on this guy. As soon as he pops his head out, we are trying to tag him with those medium pulse lasers, but I do have to be careful here. I don't want to expose too many times, because he will get his aim down and ultimately take me out if he does take off my left torso. But right now, as I can see, one of our teammates did get killed. 2 of our teammates got killed. I was checking on the mini-map, didn't see the crab in front of me, so that gave me the opportunity to move up here. And now, based on this position that I took, protecting that left torso, going for the shots here on this Marauder 2C, and we got the kill with the medium pulse lasers. We did take a salvo of LRM ammo into that left arm. Not a big deal by any means, because it doesn't have any kind of hard point or anything in there that would be of value other than being what it's used for right now, which is a shield. So we do have some info coming in now, seeing where the rest of their team is grouped up. It looks like we have a UAV in the backfield there, and they have no idea that it's there, using these jump jets to get back into cover, going for this Timberwolf right in front of us, Juliet, and he's trying to focus up on me and my teammate next to me, but we're going to make sure that they retreat very, very quickly. We have an opponent behind the rocks, and another Timberwolf right within our optimal range of both the SRM6s and our medium pulse lasers. We're chewing through his armor right now. He is getting harassed by our locust friendly there, and he's going to back up as well, just getting a couple more shots down, getting back into cover. Although we overheated, we are protected, so that is the main takeaway here. Foxtrot again, probably going to try and rear his ugly head a little bit. He is still behind the rocks, though. It looks like we have our Vindicator maybe hopping up on the hill there. Yeah, he's hopping up. He does have another target in mind, though. Not sure exactly where that Mad Cat's going, so we do have to keep our eyes peeled. Still very dangerous. Golden Boy right in front of us, so we're going to try and go for him if we can. Just peer over a little bit, see if there's anything coming in on our flanks. We had Hotel and this Hellbringer coming out of nowhere. We're focusing up on the Hellbringer. He has no idea we are right behind him. We do have to watch our heat continuously. We keep spiking that heat, even cycling through our weapons. Now focusing up on this Ice Ferret, he has no idea where the damage is coming from, so he's just going to run away, and he left the Locust behind. The Locust has no idea where the damage is coming from. Center torso shot, and he goes down as well. It is 8-3, so my team is really starting to clean these guys up very, very quickly. Hotel is right in front of us again. We put a salvo into him. We did overheat another salvo, and this guy just didn't go down, but my team is able to clean him up. 9-3 at this point. Going for the Cicada. Big shot. into that center torso, and he goes down as well. Checking for the final 2 targets. We have this Ice Ferret who's still alive. We're going to try and lead him with the SRM6s, and they connect for the kill. So that was a huge shot. Had no idea that we were actually going to get him. Just took a chance there, landed, and got the kill. So a huge shot for us. 11-3 at this point. One more target left, and it's Kappa right here down in the trench in front of us. He has his focus on one of our friendlies, so that gives us free reign to just lay into him with as much damage as possible. Winds up suiciding, and that is going to do it for the round. 12-3 is your final with Lord Wub II. Checking out the stats here. 5 kills, 4 assists, 5 times doing the most damage, 11 components destroyed, and 1,065 damage. Holy cow, did we end on an extremely high note. I'm so happy with how this round turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I cannot believe how our team really came together. It was 2-2, and then all of a sudden we started getting flanks on them, getting our shots in there, critical points in the match, and that felt very textbook to me, especially in the pug queue. That is very rare, but very exciting when you get it. Obviously, we stood our ground. They got aggressive, coming in one by one, which enabled us to focus our fire on one target at a time. Our lights dove in there, made all of them kind of scatter all over the place. They didn't know who to focus in on, and that gave us a huge opportunity to capitalize. They did get focused up at one point, but again, those lights running in there, huge teamwork aspect right there. The fact that they ran in there, distracted everyone, and we were able to land those shots, get those critical kills, and finally end the round. So a fantastic round of gameplay, especially from a teamwork aspect. I hope that you guys saw that on the battlefield. So thank you to everyone who was on my team. I had a blast making this video. I absolutely love using Lord Wub II just as much as I love using Lord Wub I. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, check out the links in the description. I will have the Smurfy link in case you want to build it for yourselves, as well as my Patreon and PayPal links in case you want to help out the channel a little bit from a financial perspective. Again, I want to thank you guys for all the support so far with this game. Plenty more to come. This was the last episode of Mechwarrior Online before the new skill tree comes out, so there's so much more to uncover once that is out, and so much more customization for us to uncover and see exactly how everything fits into the game. But that's going to do it for now. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I really do appreciate it. I had so much fun making this video. I love all the content that I'm putting out there for you guys at this point, and I hope you're enjoying it too. So thank you guys so much again, and I look forward to seeing you all on the next one. Take care, guys.